Imagine, you repeat a diagnostic process that involves a measurement 10 times. With the same patient. With the same machine. With the same operator. With the same setup, that is, same room, same day, same timing, etc. Will you get the same result every time? Ideally, you should. And then we can say that the diagnostic test is repeatable, reliable and consistent. But the world is not perfect. And we can tolerate some degree of inaccuracy. But how much? Repeatability is an indicator how consistent, or reliable, a system of measurement is. Note the term system of measurement. Repeatability is a quality indicator for a system of measurement. These are the RNFL thicknesses of two patients, measured with OCT machines of two models, A and B. Which model is more consistent, more reliable, that is, more repeatable? The answer is, Model A, which has a lesser variation. We say that the Model A has higher repeatability. Now, imagine, you repeat a diagnostic process that involves a measurement 10 times with the same patient, but in different machines of same specifications with different operators and different setups, that is, different locations, different days, etc. Will you get the same result every time? Ideally, you should. And then, we say that the diagnosis process is reproducible. But in reality, we don't get the same result every time, and we can live with some degree of inaccuracy. Reproducibility is also a quality indicator for a system of measurement. These are the RNFL thicknesses of two patients, measured by the OCT machines of two different brands, A and B. Question: which brand is more consistent? The answer is brand B, because brand B has the lesser variation. Repeatability and reproducibility, both are the quality indicators of a system of measurement. What is the difference between the two? Repeatability applies when the measurement is taken, under the same condition. Reproducibility applies when the measurement is taken, under different conditions. How do we quantify repeatability and reproducibility? Degree of disagreement, that is degree of variation, that is standard deviation. The smaller, the better. Before experimenting, we should ideally check and report the repeatability and reproducibility of your system of measurement. It is basically a standard deviation. The system of measurement consists of measuring instruments, person, who operates the instrument and notes the measurements, algorithm, it is related to the instrument, position/posture of the person who is examined, physical setups, namely temperature, darkness, humidity, etc. This is more important when the machine is non-standard or newly introduced. You should take separate observations for calculating repeatability and for the main study. For repeatability calculation, you have to take repeated observations of the same patient under same condition. Once you are satisfied with the repeatability of the process, you start taking observations for the main study, and then you will take only one observation per patient at one particular time, such as baseline, post-treatment follow-up dates. You cannot do anything about reproducibility. Reproducibility can be calculated from the repeatability reported by many studies. Or you have to conduct a full-fledged study to calculate the reproducibility of a process. Important note: the repeated measurements taken by us represent a sample. Hence, the standard deviation reported by us as the measure of repeatability or reproducibility is not absolute. It may vary from one study to another. Studying repeatability and reproducibility is not the main research in most cases. This is something like checking the system of measurement used in the study. You are assuring yourself, and others, that the findings of your study is based on a reliable system of measurement. An important note here. Some researchers also express repeatability and reproducibility in terms of coefficient of variation. Coefficient of variation equals standard deviation divided by mean. But without the mean, the coefficient of variation does not tell us anything. It is not recommended to use coefficient of variation as an indicator of repeatability or reproducibility. In order to examine if the system of measurement has any bias, use plot explained earlier. If the coefficient of variation does not vary object to object, it is an indication of bias.